Welcome again on NATO membership of Moldova and the lack of defense capacity, because here they are very much complaining they have no defense capacity and they cannot defend themselves. And so yes, okay, stop talking tragically. You need to join NATO and you need to increase the defense capacity, and of course it's possible. How it's possible? Of course you will not have a perfect army in 3 months, but the thing is, first of all, you take on the officers who have Soviet military training, and there is a lot of them in Moldova. You call them back from the construction sites where they are working now in Europe, in Italy, in Spain, and you ask them that you are now seriously. So you are serious, and you say them this is the task, and you get some advisors from Ukraine and from NATO. I'm sure the Americans, Canadians, British, they will competently help you. And then you build up a core of an effective fighting force. You say you have only 6,000 people and you have no heavy weapons. You know, you don't need heavy weapons at the beginning. You need a core of a team which is ready to work at NATO standards and is competent. They will be from the beginning trained by the Western advisors. They will get some Western equipment, and you start scratch, like in Kosovo. You really, Moldova, Oriental Kosovo, you say you have a 5,000 force, they will get the Western training, Western people, but you work already with the people with military education. And there are a lot of them, because the Soviet Union is just 30 years ago. And you find some other guys who worked, for example, in Romania. That means you have a lot of links to Romania, obviously. Everybody makes it very clear, 1/3 of your population has Romanian passport. So you get the Romanians and you give them Moldovan passport. They have military training from Romania. It's a NATO country. There will be a lot of Romanians who say, okay, they get Romanian salaries and you get going. And you know, when you have a nucleus of a working NATO army, NATO standard army, 5,000 like in Kosovo, you can easily draft the new people into the defense force. And you don't need all the Soviet equipment. Take from the beginning light arms, cheap light arms, and train them in effective regional guerrilla defense, like the Ukrainians. Sure, the Ukrainians will give you some of the territorial defense trainers, not a lot, but then also they will be very much appreciated if you ensure there will be no front in their back, because they are very much afraid. And by the way, they would anyhow destroy such a force. If the Transnistrians really rise, be sure the Ukrainians will not allow a force to be in their back and to effectively move against their defensive lines at the southern book. So what do you do? A small, effective NATO standard force. Ask the Kosovo people how to do it. 5,000 is enough. And then you basically use them as the core of an education unit to train up and build a better force. And then you ask, of course, for Western assistance, and then the things are moving smoothly. And quite soon you will be very effective, and there will be a very good fighting force for Moldova on the way to NATO. And not complaining you have no tanks, and you have no mix. Nobody needs this Soviet shit, and anyhow it will be all destroyed now in the quagmire of the last remnant of the Soviet military equipment. Mostly will all end up in some junkyards in Ukraine. So better do it like Kosovo and ask the support, and I'm sure they will, after recognition, help you very much. And that has proven to be a very effective way to build up a new army. And that's what I recommend. And stop complaining, but get going. Thanks a lot. Bye.